Hello everyone, Lynn Pilkington here. I'm an inclusion and engagement consultant at This Is Milk. Welcome to another 3 at 3. Today I'm joined by Pete Trainor, who is an innovation and inclusion consultant. So very much in good company today. And today we're going to be exploring some professional and learning and development questions, and just generally around the world of learning and the way the world of work is going. Thank you, Pete, and thank you so much for your time and the wonderful chat beforehand. So I'm going to crack on with my first question. Can I hear about your experiences of professional learning and development, please?
My experiences of professional learning and development, not great, as we've been discussing already. My experiences of professional learning and development are generally, through the last 15 or 20 years of my career, that people tend to put you in a lane and try and keep you there. So if you're a designer, they send you on design courses, or try and get you to be better at that, or programming or data science or whatever it is. I think keeping people in their lane can often be detrimental to their learning and growth. So I have found it quite stunting. I would like to go off and learn about things that are completely unrelated to my job, because when I bring that back to my job, it makes my job richer and stronger. So I'm sure there are learning and career people out there that would encourage people to go off and do things that are completely unrelated to their careers, but I've not found them yet.
Really interesting. No, definitely. When you want to do that that self-directed piece, I know I just ordered 10 books about 10 different subjects because I have all those different interests that I want to cater for, which, yeah, imagining combining them in the one course might be unusual.
Yeah.
And you talk about in your work about your experiences of having dyslexia. I was wondering, how has that impacted on your experiences of learning and development?
Yeah, again, that's a really good question. So, the thing about, I wasn't diagnosed as dyslexic till I was into my 20s. And so, the big issue for me was that for a long time, I was trying to learn and develop and grow and do education and all that kind of stuff, and finding it incredibly complex. What's been really interesting is that I've always had to find innovative, creative ways of solving problems, mainly for my own challenges. But the outcome of some of those zigs when you're meant to zag have quite often been better outcomes. So I've looked at problems in very different ways and solved them in very different ways and come out with very different outcomes than, person X, Y, or Z. And for me, I've tried to really embrace it now and just use it as a superpower rather than something that holds me back or has challenged me. I try and do stuff that generally I probably shouldn't try and do as somebody who's really badly dyslexic, like writing a book, which again, we discussed before, which was like, if you're very badly dyslexic and you say, I'm going to write a book, people go, don't do that. Like, that's a really bad idea. And you go, well, that's why I'm going to do it. So I've just taken it now as part of my personality and who I am.
Definitely about choosing, you're there talking about they're playing to both your strengths, but also knowing where your perhaps limitations might be and thinking, hey, bring that on. I need to find a way to do that.
Yeah, it makes you more strategic, more creative, more annoying. You have to ask more questions. You have to look at challenges in a very different way. And, for some people that is an irritant. For me, it just makes me better at the job that I try and do now.
Great. And final question. What would be your top tip for the world of work and learning and development to make it more inclusive for people like you?
I think everybody in every organization, especially people that are planning careers or they're helping people learn and grow, need to understand that there is no one size fits all. So, every single person is different. Every single person is on a journey we know nothing about. Every single person has their own quirks and oddities and things that make them who they are. Every single person is unique. There's no reason why we can't use the great technology that's emerging now to personalize every single experience of learning and development or online content or whatever it is for individuals and their personalities. I just think you have to be really careful at just trying to say that person there, that Lynn or that Pete, that's the way you're going to do it because that's the path that you're on and that's what everyone else is doing. Like, that is not cool. Like, that is not good. It's not good for people's mental health. It's not good for their career development if they're in a cage and they're fighting to get out. So I think people that are training or people that are teaching just have to really embrace the fact that every single person in the room is going to be slightly different, or everybody on a course is going to be slightly different. And you just have to kind of adapt and evolve with those people rather than have them adapt and evolve with you. And I know that's challenging, and it is a challenge to the way that education is traditionally done, but, you know, embrace the diversity in your group.
From that, there can be many, as you said, creative solutions. Fabulous. Thank you so much.
You are more than welcome.
You're zig and you're zag. Thank you. Bye.